What's up, you guys? It's Brandi. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Today I'm coming on with another foundation review for the foundation series, and this is one that a lot of you guys have been asking me to try out and include within the foundation series. So I went and picked it up yesterday from Sephora, and I'm really excited about trying it out. Now, this foundation has been out for some time now. I remember when it first came out on the market, and I kind of wanted to try it, but I wasn't really sure if I was about that whole full coverage life at the time. But I was like, what the heck, why not go ahead and try it, since many of you guys have been asking me about it. So I went out and picked up the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This is what the packaging of it looks like. Now, this says that it's an oil-free foundation. It's undetectable medium to full coverage foundation. You get 1.0 fluid ounces, which is average for most foundations. And on the box, it says that this is infused with coconut water to delicately replenish skin's moisture levels. You have alpine rose to brighten skin's appearance and promote elasticity. You also have hyaluronic acid for a smoother, more youthful appearance. This oil-free foundation masterfully diffuses the line between makeup and skin. Coverage so undetectable and skin so naturally radiant, they'll think you were born this way. I love when foundations or when companies put stuff like that. It's so gimmicky to me, and like, I don't know, it's just weird. Also has like some statistics on the bottom right here. It says 100% of people said this foundation blurred their imperfections. 98% people said this foundation made their skin look absolutely perfect. And 97% said this foundation provided natural coverage. Not normal, natural coverage. I'm going to go to my phone and see if the website says anything differently. Now, this foundation does retail for $39. That's how much I bought it at Sephora. It's also the same price on the Too Faced website, which that's pretty affordable for a high-end foundation, because I have some that are up there in like the $50 range, which is pretty pricey. So $39 isn't too bad. You have about 21 to 22 shades. It's a large variety, from the fairest of skin tones to like the very deep skin tones. You also have a lot of different undertones as well. So it seems like this is supposed to be really great for your skin. It's supposed to give you nice plump skin, youthful look, give you that full coverage but still look natural. So I'm a little skeptical about that, because anytime that it's a full coverage foundation, you normally can tell that it's full coverage and it doesn't really look that natural. So we're going to see if this actually holds up to the claim. So here's what the actual bottle looks like. It's a nice frosted bottle. You have a plastic little top with the Too Faced logo on it, and it does come with a pump. So as usual, I'm going to be using two different beauty tools to apply the foundation. I'm going to use my beauty blender on one side and my Morphe M439 brush on the other side, just to see if it's any different with the coverage. So I'm going to pump like 2 pumps on the back of my hand there, and that's what it looks like. So it's kind of in between a liquid foundation and a thicker foundation. It's like a good consistency. So I'm going to start on this side. You guys see I do have a few little blemishes here that I want to cover up, my usual hyperpigmentation. So I'm going to go on this side. Well, actually, let's start over here, because I'm going to use the beauty blender, since it normally doesn't give that much coverage compared to like a brush. And then dot some over here. So going in with the beauty blender. Oh, the shade is a little too light, and the undertone isn't good. Well, we'll make it work. Now, it is blending out really nicely, and it feels kind of lightweight actually too. That's just with one light coat, and as you guys can see, this is not a good shade match at all. This actually would probably match me a little bit better if I didn't have a tan right now, but you guys can see that stark difference between my face, and even right here where there isn't any foundation, this one is a little bit too light. But I am going to apply just a little bit more around my mouth area right there, because I feel like I need a little bit more coverage just to see how it builds up, because it did not mask all of that hyperpigmentation. That's built up a little bit. It's a nice even base. So now let's go in on the other side with my Morphe brush to see if I get any more coverage than on the other side. I'm going to use a little bit more of this on the back of my hand, just a tad bit, to see if I can build up the coverage right there. but I'm actually really liking the coverage. It's not as heavy as I thought it was going to be at all. I feel like my face is like one clean base. It did cover that up for the most part. My hyperpigmentation, I feel like it would have covered that up a little bit more if this were the right shade and it had those like orangey, more orange or warm undertones to it, but not bad. So what I'm going to do is go and finish the rest of my face and try to make this shade work a little bit better for me, and then I'm going to come on and let you guys know how the rest of the products apply to my face. So I will be right back. Okay, you guys, I'm back. I've now finished the rest of my face. It took me a minute because I was trying to get this eye makeup look together and take photos of it and all of that, and it took me the hardest to try to blend this shade and not make it look drastically different from the rest of my body. It's still not matching up that well, so I definitely would say that, I don't know, I'm going to have to try that maple shade. I'm thinking I may go and pick it up today and then just do like an update in the description box below for you guys to let you know if that's the better shade than this one here, which is Mocha. But anyway, everything else applies to my face really well. I put like a crap ton of other stuff. To try to make this blend, I use this little palette right here from Lorac. This is their Take Me to Tantigo. So it has a lot of different like bronzy shades in here. So I tried to use some of these, pretty much these three right here, to just make the foundation match a little bit better. But everything else, my blush, contour, all of that went on really easily. It didn't streak or anything. And the foundation itself, I wouldn't say it dried down to be kind of powdery or anything. It was still a little, like, you definitely need to set it. At this point, we are getting a late start. It is 2:02 p.m. So I'm going to try to leave this on for as long as possible today. It doesn't really say how long it's supposed to wear or anything like that. It's just pretty much supposed to be a natural finish to your skin. It's also oil free, so I didn't have any type of shine. So I will see you all later on tonight to let you know how this foundation has held up. Okay, you guys, I'm back. It's now kind of the end of the night. I'm getting ready to go out with my hubby and some friends of mine, so I know I'm not going to get back home until super late. So I wanted to come on. It's been a good amount of time since I've had the foundation on. I've been out. It's been super warm today, so I feel like I have a good take on how the foundation did last and things like that. So it's 7:44 p.m. There we go, 7:44 p.m. So I've had the foundation on for about 6 hours. It still looks really good on my skin, so I could go even longer. It does look really, really good. I'm not super oily or anything like that. And if you guys remember, I didn't use a primer or anything on my face. And the foundation still looks really good, aside from, of course, the shade match is off for sure. It took a lot of work to try to get this to kind of match me a little bit, but I am sweating a little bit in here because it's super hot with these lights. I want to go back to what the foundation actually claimed to do. It said that this was an oil-free foundation that diffuses the line between makeup and skin, coverage so undetectable and skin so naturally radiant they'll think you were born this way. So in terms of that whole undetectable, I don't really agree with that completely, because if you are looking right at my skin, like you're up close on it, you can see that I have on foundation. Even when I first applied the foundation, I could still see that there was foundation. It doesn't look bad, don't get me wrong. It looks really, really good, but it just doesn't look like my skin but better or anything like that. Okay, in terms of like what people said, 100% of people said this foundation blurred their imperfections. I would definitely say it does do that. Some of the little acne marks and stuff like that, you can still see them because they're raised, but in terms of like acne scarring that I had from other pimples, they covered really, really easily, and they're still fully covered right now. In terms of 98% of people said that their foundation looked absolutely perfect. I don't know if I would say my face looks perfect, but it looks better than it did before I put foundation on, or it's like a nice even base. And then 97% of people said this foundation provided natural coverage. So I do think it looks semi-natural, but there are definitely other foundations that make your face look a lot more natural. So that's pretty much it for this review, you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and show your girl some love. If you have any questions, feel free to leave those in the comment section below. And if you are not a subscriber, go ahead and click that subscribe button and join the family as always. And until next time, I will see all of you beauties later. Bye.